First things first, I'll apologise for the fact I'm holding my phone above a tablet, so quality is going to be dubious at best. What I'm going to do is have a look at Quacker's attack. So let's zoom in on that, ignore my sexy legs, now it's hard. Right, pause. Right, what we got here. Now, what we want to be doing, we want to be attacking from approximately here. So what we want is to draw a straight line from here all the way up to here. So if we place a rule on this here, I'll get this zoomed in a bit here, that comes up through here. See that line? This one here? That's the one we want to be following. And there's a little blob here on the floor. That little toe of that blob there is roughly in line with that there. So you bring that line all the way down through here, that's the path we want our zooks to take. So if we place our flare right here in the corner of the beach, tied to the corner as we possibly can, and then place the flare up here, they should walk up along that line. Now you see here we've got this mortar. Mortar is 3 cells wide, or 3 tiles. So you've got 1 tile, line, and another two tiles left of that. So if we place our flare roughly where that boom mine there is, the zooks will have one option. From that corner there to that mine, they can only walk in a straight line. Most of them will walk between the mortars. 1 or 2 might go around to the left if you're really unlucky. And if you've got some here still walking from their landing crafts across and haven't quite got to the flare yet, they may go around the mortar to the right side, but probably not. So what you want to do, flare here in the corner, all the zooks walk towards this corner here. Then they will start trying to find a target. Still spread out for that cell there, that mortar there, and that cell there. But more than likely, that cell over here is further away from that corner than those 2 mortars and that cell there. So there's a good chance they'll start walking there. So you let the first few start walking up. When they get to about here, that line, chevron line there, place your line where that boom mine there is, and they'll all start walking. Now when the first zook pretty much gets to that flare, then you want to be placing your next flare up here or on the end of that blob, just there. Now that should give you a pretty tight walk. So in theory, the only mine you would need to remove is that boom mine there. If you're really unlucky, they might veer off course into these 3 here, but they shouldn't. So you use, if you want to be on the safe side, 1 little bomb here, mortar, another mortar here, and that'll be all the mines you need to clear. So there's no use to use a barrage. Barrage uses more GBE used, less GBE got left for the attack. So when you come over to here, these boom cannons here, they fire once every 4 seconds. That cannon there fires once every 4 seconds. These sniper towers here, once a second. These mortars over here will, once every 4 seconds, but make a big mess. 4 seconds or 3 seconds, sorry, I can't remember. So your first shock point is this top one, because it's furthest away from your gunship. So therefore, that's the first one to shock. Next thing you want to shock is these 2 mortars down here, and those, whatever they're bloody called, those critter cannon things. So those there will fit into one shock, those mortars and those critter cannons. And then those 2 mortars over there, if you want to be really brave, you could put the flare in the very top left-hand corner of that mortar, still catch that mortar and just catch a sniper tower, but that's a bit advanced. I wouldn't really be worrying about that. Any spare GBE left after that, then you want to come on to those boom cannons there, and that, if you're feeling brave, you can get your flare to catch that cannon there. So that's basically a 2-shock hit. Coming down to the beach, you've got that laser there. You're looking at the range of that. You can easily land the beach without having to worry about that. If you look just here on the beach. Those three little knobs there, just there. If you put your smoke down by here, that's the perfect spot for your first smoke. And you land through landing crafts, so your next smoke needs to go. Put your last smoke in, land your last 2 landing crafts, leaving space for your hero. But you don't actually need smokes for any of that. Just letting you know the spots there. These mortars here, you see you've got a range, they come down there. They only come 2 tiles down the beach. The aiming of all defences is based off the feet of the zooks, not the head. Because it's done in 3D, it looks like the head is up by here, but that isn't actually, the head is up by here, but that isn't in range of the mortar. It's the feet is what they target. So if you look at that, you've got enough space down there to get those zooks in without needing a smoke. So you can put your flare right in that corner, let them walk. As soon as they get to that there, drop your first smoke up here. I would put the centre of the smoke on that chevron line. Put that down, zooks walk up, hit the chevron line, flare up to where that boom mine is, and your next flare up to here. And that should pan out just about perfect. Hope you don't mind me picking on you quackers, but it was just a nice base for me to just talk about. I'll post this up on YouTube and put the link in Telegram. You guys can have a watch and ask me some questions if you like. Actually, please do ask me some questions. Anyway, that's my bit of info. Hopefully that's useful.